Am I live? Let's see. There's usually a little bit of lag. Hmm. Oh, there I am. Wonderful. Oh, there I am. Wonderful. Shut the fuck up. Hold up. Am I? Oh, it's so fucking hard to listen to my own voice. Shut up. You're done. I cut you off. Okay. Oh, okay. Now my computer isn't working. I'm here. If there isn't any lag. Is this viewport enough? Yeah, seems like it. Okay. Anyways, continuing onwards with this drawing from imagination. I mean, now that I look at it, there's a lot of issues. The main problems I'm going to try to solve today are going to be this. What the fuck do I want to do with this seemingly ship design, right? Like, what do I want to do with it? How do I want to approach it? As well as, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I can't really, yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Like this, I want to figure out the ship. I want to make the scale even more because okay, first of all, like the mistakes I've noticed, I already know that this is way too big compared to the ship. Because if this ship is this large compared to these buildings, cars are not this fucking big compared to buildings. But for the time being, again, like my horizon line is basically here. I don't know why I say here like that. Here, it's here, right? But but my horizon line is here. I basically made it the middle of the page. But clearly, I'm foreshortening the shit out of this, right? Like I've ended up foreshortening this, and I'm just obviously trying to figure out my own guidelines that I made. Because sometimes, I don't, sometimes, many times, I have no idea what the fuck I've done, what I am doing. But today's gonna be a fun drawing session, as always, right? This is a new pen, so it should be a lot more difficult to control, as you can see with these lines. The real question is, when will my lines ever stop being slow as fuck? And the answer to that may be never. It may literally be I will always be extremely slow with my lines, and I think I'm okay with that. But Tom Fox Draws, in one of his latest Instagram posts, mentioned that speed just comes with time, and that's something that all proficient artists say, that you shouldn't worry about speed. Speed? Speed? You should not worry about the speeds. You shouldn't worry about speed. That comes with time, and in general, I come with time as well. So it truly is a patience game. Oh, Viggy, you're so funny. Thank you, Viggy. You're welcome, Viggy. Right. So, in other news, Broken Draw, i.e. Tyrion, is bald, much like myself. Right. I'm pretty sure I was his true inspiration when it came to doing that. Right. Because we talk all the time. We're literally best friends. So I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, if you're watching this, I would encourage you to draw along because I think at this point you're all well aware that nice drawing. Midnight Tuners dash SRT. Thank you. Thank you. I've been working on it. Are you a new fan, an old fan, someone who's just stopping by and they don't really give a shit about me? Who are you? Please tell me. Right. Okay, and then I want to do, maybe I'll do something like this. Okay, so hold up. Okay, we'll start with something like this. New. Ah, cool. When did you I guess find out about the hashtag ViggyFammers, right? I'm really trying to make that a thing. I don't think it's becoming, oh shit. Let's just extend this. There you go. That wasn't a mistake. I didn't take into account that this building is much much fucking thinner than this line that I made. Right? Artists never make mistakes. One day ago, goddamn. Welcome. Welcome. How do you like the channel? That's a trick question. You like the channel. You're not allowed to explain yourself. But let's see. Okay, first of all, let me do something like this. I'm just kind of trying to ideate on it's good. Thank you. These nondescript terms that are vague and give me no actionable feedback are exactly what I'm looking for. I don't need you to think or actually be articulate in any manner. That's up to me to decide, right? So thank you. I appreciate it. I am good, and I will remain good for the end of time, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to think about like kind of unique patterns that I can make for these buildings because buildings have so much variety, right? You have to think about it from the design point of view, which is extremely difficult. I understand it's hard to think about from a design point of view because I'm still thinking about a fucking horizon line. I'm still trying to think about how everything meets and all that shit. But It's and what I mean by design point of view is like and this is how I'm trying to think about it. I'm not saying this is what I do or like what I've been able to internalize. It's like there's an architect behind every single building, correct? So if that's the case, then there's clearly different ideas behind every single drawing as well. And see, I made a huge mistake here, but I actually don't know how to I do not know how to make up for this mistake is a real question. Right, we always go to a Russian accent when we have no idea. It makes audience cringe, but God, do I jerk myself off over to it. Right, I stuttered. Fuck, I'm gonna kill myself. Anyways, see, I don't even know. Like, I don't think I followed the perspective correctly here either. But we drink vodka and we don't care. Uh, we stereotype hardcore. Anyways, fuck it. Let's just make these like these are what we call empty building. This is actually oh, look how bad these lines are. See, so hopefully it goes to show like from this angle I struggle a lot. This isn't actually a building. This is just Jenga stacked on top of itself. Very unique design, right? Nobody can actually live here, but thankfully it makes for great symmetry. So except for the bottom part, which the designers weren't aware was asymmetrical because they designed it when they were drunk. But apart from that, right, a very, very, very good design. Here, let's add some little squares in the corner to completely distract the viewer from the bullshit that I've drawn. I mean, that the designers have, that the architects that have designed. Yes, not I. I am perfect, of course. But yeah, welcome to this channel, Midnight Tuners SRT. How you be, my G? I have no other rhymes for you. Fuck off. But yeah, how did you end up discovering this channel? Apart from your vague terminologies, how do you find the drawing journey, right? That was not the wind, bro. What are you talking about? What the fuck? Was there a sound that sounded like I farted or some shit? What the fuck? Just, also, hey, Green. I think Green at this point, you are my longest, most consistent fan in the sense that like you're the one that whose name is the furthest back and that I still recognize being here to this day. So thank you. Appreciate it. Yet hated. Everybody stay hydrated. Everybody stay hydrated. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, I should finish, not obviously, but I feel I should finish this off because I drew two, might as well draw a third. And there we go. Very good, very good. Sehr gut, as the Germans say. Okay, so now the big thing is like, how do I solve for this? Because I made these cars too big. We can't fix the scale. The scale problem has been established, right? If these cars were basically this size, actually, like if I made all the cars this size, it would have been a lot more consistent, right? It would have been a lot better, but I didn't make all the cars this size, so you just gotta deal with it. Okay, so let's start by trying to solve this design that I made here, right? And although initially I did want to make it symmetrical, I feel as if there's a lot being lost here as well in terms of what I did. So, and I think in general, when I was drawing this last time, I wasn't really thinking. Like maybe to those of you who are quote unquote not as skilled as me, fuck out the burp. Anyways, may see like, oh, what the fuck, this looks complicated. But no, I genuinely wasn't really thinking as much as I should have been. And I think anybody who watches me, I don't want to leave you, bro. I've learned yapping from you. Oh, so funny. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was very kind of you to say. And I learned being gay from you, so we could all learn something from each other. Unfortunately, I'm now wearing a butt plug constantly, but I've also learned how to endure pain. So thank you. I appreciate you, man. Uh, let's see. Yeah, but I didn't really do a lot of thinking with this design. I mean, I did try, don't get me wrong, but design in of itself, especially when it comes to creating a landscape, is very difficult. Now I'm just trying to think in terms of what I can do here. Like, do I want it to be even? I mean, ships technically are even, right? So fuck it, let's tackle the challenge head on, right? It's easy to be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing unless I just go for it, right? Don't want too much of a tangent because I know what that word means and I know how to apply it. We Okay, so we got something like that. We're just trying to do the same thing here. Right, and then we will keep going like so. Oh, that's a shitty line. The murmuring is not part of the artistic journey. It can be, but not in this artistic journey. In the autistic journey, for sure, but not in the artistic journey. We okay, so this has to be a lot smaller, right? We have to be very subtle. Fuck, I didn't even know I could draw lines this tiny. What the fuck, right? Eh. But what else? What else? Okay, so and then we gotta really foreshorten this. Like, okay, let's see, what the fuck? Like this, right? Because this is coming here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna foreshorten it. You know, I use words like foreshortening and shit, but do I really know what the fuck it means? No, I've never foreshortened anything in my life, clearly. I have no idea how to draw. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? watch, watch me question my sanity. Okay, and then we can bring that over and it's something like that, right? I still need to focus on having like a much lighter grip with my pen. There you go, and then we're just trying to mimic this, right? Something like that. There you go. Probably didn't do it too well, but it's okay. We forgive ourselves, which is also a cope for being asked, but I forgive myself. Yay. Okay, that actually was pretty off now that I look at it, but I'm just going to pretend like nobody can notice. There you go. Ta-da! We finished the ship somehow. Somehow. Somehow somehow the ship returned. I'm fucking hilarious. Anyways, let's see. It's fucking somehow Palpatine returned. What kind of retardation? What kind of fucking drugs are being smoked on those meetings? What? How many executives did we have to sacrifice for that line? God damn it! I'm not even a big Star Wars fan. I actually find it hilarious. I'm genuinely not a Star Wars fan at all. I watched the fucking The Force Awakens after only having seen the first two movies, and for the second one, I fell asleep halfway through because I was trying to watch it the night before me and my friends were going to watch the new trilogy, like the first one, Force Awakens. So yeah, I'm not a fan at all, to be honest. Like I don't even have the right to call myself that. But it was funny. It was funny. The meme was funny. Okay, so I fucked this up. Now the real question is, because clearly my horizon line is here, right? This is like, where is this going? This looks like it's jutting outward. Now, what I need to figure out is how what are we doing here? Like that's my main question, right? Because I don't really understand composition clearly, right? But I've kind of already set the stage. We're looking at a ship, you know, we I don't fucking know. There's a city here. You know what I actually want to do? I want to draw a giant mech back here because that's obviously what I'm practicing, right? But I want to finish the ship. So what is happening here? Like this, what I don't even know ship parts. I don't know ship parts. I don't know anything about ships, right? So like this is a giant gun. This is the halberd or the fucking what's the thingy in the front? That's like that's like a maiden or some. It's like a woman usually or like a bearded guy that's at the front. I don't even know what that's called, but that's what this is, I guess, right? Now the next question is this is kind of like an alien mechanical ship. It's not even real, of course, right? So what is actually going on? What am I doing? Who am I? All questions to ignore and then to completely direct my attention towards something else that will not actually solve any of that. The true artist way is not to problem solve, is to pretend that the problem doesn't even exist, right? Right now, I am becoming as artistic as I can. Eh, let's see. We got this right here. Look at that. Look at that. We're creating symmetry. Isn't that beautiful, boys? That ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? I was flying downtown with the ship I recently bought, and suddenly, I don't know how to finish that line. I don't really. Is it a spaceship flying in space? No, it's a ship flying in the city apparently, because that's what I've done, I guess. It makes sense, trust me, it makes sense. And if it doesn't, Well, am I drawing this or are you? Am I the original artist or are you? Right? All deflections, all cope, and yet nobody has a response. Therefore, I'm the winner. Let's see. Fuck. Lines are way too thick. Stop it! Stop it. Oh, God damn it. Well, at least that looks more machinery, right? It's because it's like a wireframe, which all machines have. And I'm doing it in perspective because I'm a fucking genius. He says as he fucks up the perspective right there. Okay. All right, well, now, okay, enough fucking around. We must be serious. It is serious time. We must tackle the problem head on. What the fuck am I trying to do here? Seriously, what the fuck am I trying to do here? So, and I have to think. I can't just randomly bullshit, right? I mean, I could bullshit, but then I would just be disappointed in myself because drawing is thinking, and I need to be thinking. I only drew for an hour today, so this, I really have to think. So, what can be done? First of all, what do I want attached here? Let me try to think out loud. Let's problem solve. When I think ship, what do you think? Halberd. What the fuck is a halberd? I don't know. So that that was useless. Fuck mind mapping, right? Okay, when I think ship, I also think cannons. Okay, I kind of got a cannon here. So maybe I've already addressed that. Zoodle Arts. I think I've seen that name before. Add a funny looking alien inside the ship. But where is the question? But where? The ship is supposed to be giant. How am I supposed to add an alien that doesn't fuck with the composition and is scalable? Because I want the alien to be human sized, right? So let's see. Let me try. Okay, what I wanted is like I was thinking that this is just like the bottom part of the ship, and then we'll have a giant fucking platform, right? Essentially going across, make the alien big. Ooh, I did think about that as well. I was thinking about that last time. Like it'll be like one alien, one giant alien, right? But I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Thank you for the suggestion, Zoodle Arts. It's very likely that I'll ignore everything everybody says, but I thank you for the suggestion, right? We only listen to people's advice when when it fits our own when it fits when it's what is it, our convenience. I don't know, some shit like that. Okay, but here's my horizon line. Okay, so or make a bunch of aliens swarming the city with laser guns. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about something like that, right? It's just about making it make sense, which is my primary directive right now. Okay, so I think I actually have an idea. I think I have an idea, and it could work. So first we have to fix this, because if this is my horizon line, we have to we could say this is diagonal. Okay, like that the diagonal being diagonal is fine, but I need to, let's see, make it like so. And this needs to foreshorten drastically. We'll just foreshorten it. Foreshorten it. Come on, keep foreshortening. Oh, I'm foreshortening so hard. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm foreshortening. Anyways, uh now that I'm leaking and I foreshortened, let's see. Right. Something like this. Something like this. Right? And shit, how do I even what does this look like in perspective? Oh god, he's retarded. He doesn't know. The lack of line confidence. Let's see. Oh no, he's making mistakes. But wait, he talks about growth mindset. Now he's cooming because he's making mistakes. There you go. There you go. Let's again try to make it. At least try to have some semblance of consistency. Ta-da! None of this makes sense, but it's okay. Okay, so I definitely think I have a bit of an idea, right? The main thing is just to ensure that what I'm doing kind of has some like there's consistency. The main thing right now is try to focus on something that makes sense. I don't fucking know, bro. Who fucking knows? I don't know what I'm drawing. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Leave me alone. Okay, I need to obviously bring my hand back from my pen because I'm also trying to work on line confidence. So we'll add some sort of rounding around this. Right, add like a big glass panel thing around the pipe. Yes, that's actually the plan. Thank you. It seems we're on the same page. It's called fucking backseat drawing, I swear. But to be honest, I have to get used to this. Because the more people who watch me, the more people who will want me to draw what they want me to draw. And the more people I'll have the opportunity to say, fuck off, I draw what I want to draw. And then they leave and they come back because like nobody's ever spoken to me that way. Oh, and then they, what is it? They get that tsundere moment where they're like, "Ah, he's different, he's special." Meanwhile, the person who left us comments like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I just made a suggestion. Yeah, well, your suggestion threw me for a fucking loop. So thank you. Anyways, so maybe I shouldn't have done that, but let's see. It's like a wireframe. We'll only have it on this side, right? We'll only have it on this side. So we'll do something like this. I was like trying to look at how Kim Jong-il does his drawings. And obviously it's not so to be like, I'm gonna draw like how he does it because that's how it fucking works. It's not as if he had fucking 40 years of it, decades of experience and knowledge. But just to kind of understand, try to at least figure out, even though honestly there's very little to be figured out just by looking at a drawing. That's not how it works. After you're done, okay, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. You are backseating my drawing. Stay, just stay and keep talking and give me that fucking what is it? It's not retention. Interaction, yes, give me the interaction stat. but stay thy tongue, stay thy tongue. Holy fuck, I can't speak. Stay thy tongue, wench. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Yo, you fucked me up, bro. I was trying to make a funny joke and now people know I'm shit. After you're done, add like a moon that's destroyed. Well, I don't know what adding a moon that's destroyed would and where it would make sense. Please. I appreciate all the I I don't even know if this guy draws who's giving me advice. Because somebody who draws would know that it's not that easy to just draw whatever the fuck, right? This might this might be someone who doesn't draw. Can it be someone who doesn't draw on an art channel? Right? Or am I just coping? Okay, I need to stop doing that. Oh, you do draw. Wonderful. Then why the fuck are you telling me to draw a million things when you know I'm not skilled enough? Okay, that's my cope, right? I'm not skilled enough, therefore I will not. I shouldn't have done that. That was just some random bullshit. But okay, so we have this, and to add depth, well, first I could do this, right? I could do something like this. Could do something like that. We shouldn't have even seen actually this other side, but there you go. And I have from some friends that tell me to draw some cursed shit. Well, your friends, my friend, must be cut out and thrown to the gulags. And then you ask them to draw you something while they're screaming in pain. This is good advice. I believe so. I mean, I feel as if I'm a positive influence on my viewers. Let's see. I want to keep that nice and open. I genuinely like really want to avoid having a bunch of random shit because that's the biggest thing I struggle with, right? It's just like, oh, look, more random bullshit go burr, right? So I want to avoid just muddying the composition with random bullshit like that. Now, what's a nice overall shape that could be had, right? Let's see, maybe something if it comes down here and oh, okay, I think I know. I'll start here, go here, right? And then we will bring this all the way down and we'll say, hold up, we'll do something like this. Okay, this might be a good idea. And as hopefully this shows people who are watching either now or in the future that it's just so much about it is just like, what do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. And but you don't have really a visual library, right? Because I don't really have a visual library at all. By the way, this is all based on my understanding of form. Like this is literally all just based on my understanding of form, you know, which is cool in the sense that like wow, he doesn't really know how to draw anything, and yet he can draw this that looks believable. So maybe that, maybe that's motivational, right? And okay, I'm trying to figure out the perspective here because like my brain's hurting a lot. See, it's like that, and then maybe that is motivational, and that'd be cool if it does motivate. But let's see. Right now, I'm just trying to think about kind of shapes that would look interesting, right? But who knows if it does look interesting? But that's the thing, it's ideation, right? But oh yeah, I want to be very clear. I actually don't know how to draw anything. Like I actually do not know how to draw anything, really. But it's all like I actually haven't even done much studying of items ever. It's purely based on my knowledge of form, which I've been autistically practicing, right? So maybe we want like a grill here. I mean, I hope that motivates or at least informs in the sense that, and now that like I'm actually thinking, it's good because you can see like, oh, he's slowing down his speech. It's more stilted, right? That means drawing is thinking. Just more proof that, and drawing while talking is a skill, right? But yeah, this literally is something I'm capable of doing because I understand form. You don't use references? No, not no, I don't. Actually, I don't. Like I try to observe the world around me. I have a lot of boards on Pinterest that I look at on my off time, specifically related to hard surface shit because that's what I'm interested in right now, right? Like machinery, I have like a helmets board, I have a hard surface board, right? And it's all just like I look at a fuck ton of machinery and I just try to understand. And the thing is like it's easy to be like, I look at references, and then you try to understand. But the reality is, you're probably the recall part. That's the difficult part, right? And that's where you really will only likely know about not even like 2% of it, which is why recall is the one of the most important skills as well, right? And that's what I like to practice. That's just the way I like to do it because the way I see it is, it's and again, like I do use references for like my portrait series, the main thing I have on my channel right now, right? Like practicing portraits, I look at face references, but not because I'm using the face as a reference to understand faces. Well, I am technically, but I'm using the face as a means to like put that put the box over it, project the sphere inside the box, all that shit that I do, right? So the references exist to serve a purpose, rather than just for me to copy. I don't really copy ever. It's all to improve my own understanding of shapes, right? I went climbing today for 6 hours and now my feet and hands are all messed up. Well, that's what climbing will do for you. Good job. Good job. Get that fucking exercise, right? Good shit. Even here. Yeah, I don't really use I don't use references in the conventional sense. Conventional sense? Oh, look at me using my baby voice. Fucking cringe. Yeah, I use references to try to analyze in my off time. Not that I won't, and the thing is like I know I say that, but after I'm done this drawing, next stream I will be using references to like a study of people who draw hard surface helmets or to do studies of actual machinery and all that stuff, right? Because the references, it's good to practice in order to inform your understanding of space. And for me personally, right now, inform my understanding of design and like how to design, right? But I'm not using references as a means to just mindlessly copy, right? Like and not like 95% of my drawings are all imagination drawings, right? So yeah, that's just the way I do it. And right now I'm actually ideating, which is good because I usually don't ideate in the way I'd like to. So this is actually not bad. I feel as if I'm allowing myself to be a bit more free, which is nice, right? But let's see. Okay, gotta align these. And this gets slightly smaller. just slightly smaller because it is further away. And we will align these as well. And you can see because I'm using a new pen, the ink is nice and fresh. My lines are really bad. My lines are really bad. But finally, you see, hopefully this shows that, oh, like this is the difference between me fucking around and creating random bullshit and actually ideating. Like there's structure and there's a decent amount more thought towards what I'm doing, right? And that's what I want. And while I'm doing all of this, by the way, I'm really trying to keep that horizon line in mind. Like I want to be clear, I'm really trying to keep the horizon line in mind. Let's see. Uh, this is like that. And this is coming out like this. Right, no, wait, fuck. Oh, so if I did, I may have fucked something up. Okay, so because I didn't think clearly enough, this is coming out like this, then this, oh, it should have been coming out like that. But now I have to, hmm. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now because I haven't problem solved that yet. So let's just finish this. By the way, the references are very important. Like I want to say they do have their place, and there will be like when I'm practicing these portrait stuffs, and when I do figure and all that stuff, and when I like keep going down portrait, like I will continue to use references in order to inform my shapes. Like it will all be to inform my sense of design and inform my shapes, but there will not be a means of me just trying to make it look like the reference. It's all about understanding the reference. So in that sense, yeah, like I do use references, and even then, like I oh, see, this is a fuck up too, I just realized, because this is not centered. That's something I struggle with, right? So that's not centered, and this is actually a fuck up too, because I didn't. There you go. That's more accurate. So you see, it's all just fuck ups. I mostly use references because I don't go outside that much. Well, yeah, same. I'm fucking in my room all the time, right? So that's just how it is. We just have to make do. But let's let's because I fucked up multiple times, we have to change this design up a little bit. There you go. There you go. Something like that. And now that's a bit cleaner, and I'm gonna leave that. I'm going to not touch that because that is what allows for like breathing room, which is important. Right? Like that's what allows for breathing room. And I believe obviously that that is important. Important voice crack. I believe that is important, right? So whip, right? Even this, we'll just have this be like a little outline. I don't want to, I genuinely want to focus on not muddying up the drawing to the best of my ability. And yeah, there's a lot of thinking going on because don't forget, there's a fucking horizon line right here, which I'm pretty sure I've already omitted accidentally multiple times, right? And I know, like, again, my design is subpar at best because you can't really tell what this is. Like, it's actually very hard to tell. I'm aware of that too. And that's okay. That's just how it is, right? Like, I have to accept the fact that everything is a bit muddied, you know? I don't know how to make this look like a door. Maybe if I do something like this, something like that, maybe. But what would that even be? That's not even a hinge. Doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, I do want to draw from life a lot more, for sure. Right, okay, so now we need this to start converging because this is obviously following the horizon line as well, but it's gonna be very subtle, right? Okay, wait. Actually, never mind. I fucked up because look at that versus look at this. So to make up for it, we're gonna have to make this a diagonal. And maybe that shape is just not that nice. It could very well be that it's not that nice because I did fuck it up, right? But maybe to make up for it, this will also be a diagonal, right? So, I mean, yeah, like that's not too bad actually. That does actually make it look maybe a bit more unique. Oh no, not my water bottle. I dropped it. Nice. Now I'm done drinking water. Good stuff. Right. But this is actually looking pretty decent. It's nothing incredible, but I'm actually pretty proud of what it's turned into. Perhaps I should create an outline. And you notice again, like I'm saying perhaps this, perhaps that, right? Because I actually don't know how I'm going to approach this. Right? That's why and that's ideation for me right now, you know, and that's what I believe ideation is in general. Is mostly a lot of what ifs I do this and what ifs I do that, right? It's well for me again, I can only speak for me, but I think I would like to believe. Ooh, that's a horrible line. Oof, look at that. It's like I have zero line control in that angle. But it might be a universal experience, right? In terms of the lines, no, not the lines, sorry, ideation just being something you just slowly figure out. Again, I'm trying to make sense of all this. Blake. That's a Key and Peele reference in case somebody was like, oh, did he just do the tick? I did just do the tick. Glad you noticed. But let's see. Maybe connecting these would have been a better idea after all. Right? Uh something like this, right? Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Now, obviously, okay, if it's jutting out and it's this would be something like this. There you go. Just a little bit on the outside we'd see, right? We don't really see it jutting out that much on the other side. But this is pretty cool. I think this actually does make it seem as if it's much more grand, right? And how else do I want to do this? Oof, this is difficult to think about, I'll be honest. And I'm trying to think right now because obviously this shape in general, I could add little details, right? And if that this is also a big what if, like what if I add something like this? Would this make the design more interesting? It's just a what if. Like what if I add subtractions that start off in the middle of this shape and are longer on one side versus the other and stop here? What if? Because that's what I did. It was just a giant what if. And what if I cut it out like so, or just follow the contour? What if my lines weren't shit? That's the real what if. There you go. Ta-da. Okay. Obviously, I know it's hard to see because the fucking video gets super blurry when I'm like this, right? It focuses on my hand because I don't have a good camera. There's no like manual focus that I can apply. It's okay. That's just part of life, right? But again, I do struggle greatly with leading the eye towards certain things, right? Like everything looks relatively the same amount of importance here because I've just been adding shit and adding shit and adding shit, but none of it seems to mean anything. But we're trying to figure it out. I'm just gonna keep this entire part open. Um, yeah, we're just gonna keep this open and let's do something like this, right? I'm trying to maybe think of like a little engine thing that I could add. Let's see. Let's see. Something like that. Right. And again, we'll make it slightly larger. By the way, it's a very difficult skill to draw an ellipse halfway, only like partially in perspective, while keeping sure that you see the entire thing in mind. Like that's a skill. I want to be very clear. It's a very difficult skill. But it's a skill, which is good because that means it can be learned, just like everything in fucking life. Right? If you ascribe to the correct mindset, which is that talent is gay, right? So while it can incite happiness, it can also not be legal in certain states. So you got to be careful. Let's see. Okay. All right. That is looking well. I'm trying to keep it in mind, like the perspective as I do this, right? And then maybe we'll have something like that, right? This is my contour manipulation. Okay, that looks okay. I'm careful, don't worry. Purple haze, hello. I'm glad you're careful. All right. Have no fear, for we are queer. We are hashtag Viggyfammers. Right. Remember, I have the minority card, so we'll be safe against any criticism. If anybody else wants to play another card they have right now, please feel free. We can add this to our repertoire. It's always good. It's always a good idea to yeah, it's always a good idea to know your strengths. And my strengths are that I am feeble and weak in the eyes of society. We again, like I'm putting this design here, but is it gonna crowd it? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Yeah, it did. So look at that. It just kind of yeah, look, it just blends together. Damn, that's a huge mistake. Unfortunate, but it's what it is, right? Got to be careful. Yeah, that could have been a lot better. Damn, that was nice and open too. I need to learn how to keep things open and not add things onto them. That's definitely the biggest thing that I need to focus on, right? And maybe we will do something like this, right? Where that's attached and this is attached. Yeah, I need to I need to kind of I definitely need to train my mind when it comes to not filling things up. It's funny because like, and it makes me feel better because Peter Hahn actually has talked about this as well, and he says it's a big issue of his as well, or these works on it, right? Because he says he has a lot of, and again, I'm not Peter Hahn, but the point is like somebody I look up to also struggles with that. That feels good in the sense that crabs in a bucket, I can drag him down with me and feel better about myself. But yeah, this is all just blending together now. That's not what I wanted, but it's what I did. So it's clearly my responsibility, right? It doesn't matter if it's what I wanted or not. It's what I ended up doing. So it is my fault at the end of the day. Maybe we'll actually have a platform right here. Oh yeah, maybe that's what I'm gonna do after all. Let's go something like this. And we'll have something like this over here. Right? This is basically when I say something like this, I should explain a bolt, an attachment, something affixing, right? And we'll there you go. There you go. Okay, so now my idea maybe won't be so shit, but it all depends. Bye bye, have fun. Thank you. You enjoy your day or night. Green, enjoy yourselves. Right. I hope everybody watching is drawing along. That'd be pretty nice. Right. That would be pretty good. I would appreciate. Let's see. I think I fucked up the perspective, but hey, I think people have heard that from me about a million times at this point. So we will continue to think about fucking up the perspective while we continue to fuck up the perspective, right? There you go. I'm drawing along. As always, thank you, Purple Haze. I forget, are you one of my fucking two female fans? Seem to find this goonery entertaining. If so, please tell all your other friends that drawing with waffles, right? What's the other person's name? Hold up, I need to go on my YouTube. Ham rib art, right? Drawing with waffles, ham rib art. Um, All the other ones, they're inferior to the hashtag Viggy farmers. Why? Because Viggy says so. And we're not a cult. We're a brother slash sisterhood of those who like to improve themselves. Do I know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. Will I continue to talk? Yes, yes, without reason, without rhyme, but all for a dime. Bars. Okay, so I think I can start establishing scale. Let's see. Something like this, right? Oof. There you go. We'll bring this down. And it's time. It's time for the alien invasion, right? Whee! Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, that's fairy law. Anyways, from Fairy Tale. Fucking one of the greatest soundtracks. I mean, Fairy Tale in general has one of the greatest soundtracks in all of any anime or in just entertainment in general, right? Controversy, possibly. Do I give a shit? No, no, not at all. But again, my tendency to just draw random bullshit. Go burr. And now this and this are just interfering. Pain, nice purple haze. Yeah, tell all your friends. I am woman and I follow Viggy. Therefore, you are woman and you shall also follow Viggy. Specifically, tell them I'm a misogynist, so they get rage baited into watching me. And then by the time they realize I'm not, it'll be too late because then there'll be a hashtag Viggy Fammer, and they'll be famming everywhere. So do your duty, please and thank you. Um, I might need to like add some grays here to make this machine stand out, or maybe just be better, not be shit. That's also a possibility. Be better, not be shit. I don't know. I didn't think about that one. That's actually that's difficult to do. TBH fam. Okay, let's see. So I'm establishing something, and we just need to make sure that the scale is set. So we'll just have them all be holding spears. There you go. The alien invasion with stick figures begins. Right? Watch me somehow fuck this up as well. This is like literally watch me somehow fuck this up as well. But there you go. Be very scared for they hold sticks that are open-ended and will immediately fall apart the second they try to use them. For the artist forgot to give them a point. Literally, as in why they are fighting and what they're fighting with. So funny, I'm hilarious. Okay. Um let's see. Maybe I should just connect this here like so. Right? There you go. Maybe that will make it make more sense. Who knows? Who knows? Should we have different heights of these aliens? No, everybody needs to be people-sized. Everybody needs to be people-sized. There you go. Now it's starting to look like a crowd, right? I hope. Ta-da! And we'll just keep going, right? So it'll be something like this. And then something like, because we need to obviously follow the perspective with this crowd, otherwise it's gonna make no fucking sense. But yeah, Hammer, not Hammer, but the fuck, Purple Haze, thank you for always joining along, right? For always stopping by the streams and being like, I am Viggy famming, hardcore and forever, right? But that's it. That's all I have to say. I don't have anything interesting to say right now. I'm too busy thinking. Fuck off. How dare you? How dare you try to take my time from me? Oh yeah, I should have something like this. There you go. This doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like absolute ass, but it doesn't look too bad, right? Perhaps I should fill this in with a black spot to indicate shadow, right? And let's see. What the fuck? Ryan Malabag 8163. Thank you for streaming too and making shit too. Thank you. I make shit all the time. I literally took a nice dookie just what 20 minutes before I started streaming. But yeah, how's it going, Ryan? New subscriber, old subscriber, random dickhead who just decided to stop by because he's like, whoa, this drawing looks like it has a lot of lines. Please explain yourself so I can know whether to insult you or to welcome you. Or both. Insultingly welcome you. Right? But yeah. Bonjour. How do you like the art? How do you like the commentary? The answer to that is yes. Both questions. Eh. Let's see. See, I don't know what the shadow is doing really, but I'm doing it anyways. It's motivating seeing someone lifting so much. Makes me wanna grind even more. Lifting so much. When the fuck have you seen me lift? But yes, I do lift. Now that you said it. Yeah. I do I am a gym bro. But let's see. Maybe this could also be dark. Who knows? Not that I really understand shadows or anything. I don't know if you saw the latest Broken Draw stream, but he's bald. Pretty impressive. I think I was his motivation because when he spoke to me 3 months ago, it must have awoken something in order for him to block me, never contact me again. It must have been beautiful, beautiful times. But that doesn't look too bad. I meant it in a metaphoric way. Oh yeah, yeah, like somebody who's like is working hard. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of though, everybody should lift weights or at least do some sort of resistance training. I know you guys can't fathom it, but imagine how much energy you have right now and then multiply it by 50. And that's how much energy you'd have if you put on at least 10 to 20 pounds of muscle. Fuck the first stream I missed from him. No, it wasn't a stream, it was a video. It was a video. Like his latest video, he's bald. It wasn't a stream. You didn't miss anything, don't worry. Unless you're talking about like his actual first stream, then I don't know, you might have missed it. I don't fucking know. Okay. I don't know if that made it worse, better, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I think it's time to start kind of like adding little black spots. But the thing is like I actually don't understand metallic. I don't understand how to do metal. So like I'm kind of just going about it where I'm just making it all black, right? But is that even the right way to go about it? Who knows, right? Who fucking knows? I also still have that artist problem that once I do a drawing and I spend a certain amount of time on it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't really give a shit about it anymore. That's clearly not the right way to go about it. So that's why I'm finishing this drawing as well. Because a part of me just wants to practice like mech designs, but that part needs to shut the fuck up and commit to finishing. Right. So yeah. Let's see. Ryan never got back to me. I'm perpetually sad. Piece of shit comes on, says hi, and leaves. I gave you the attention you were seeking, and this is how I get treated? God damn it. And for that in history was the last time Viggy ever hashtag fammed. So sad. Somebody please play world's tiniest violin. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, these obviously, like, I am glad that I'm at least recognizing, if not applying, but I'm recognizing that we need some balance with dark spots and light spots. Do I understand values? No. Have I ever thought about lighting ever? No, not really. Right? Because do I have the skill set or the eye? No, because drawing is thinking, and I haven't thought about that to a notable degree ever. Well, at least for the time being. What's good, Viggy? Hey, EVG man. What's or Aman? What's up, motherfucker? Was ist Guanin? Right? But okay, so yeah, let's finish this crowd. Let's finish this crowd. Right? These are the warriors that are gonna fuck this city up. Right? Let's go. Oh shit, fuck, I'm fucking the perspective. No, this is fuck. Eh, pretend like I didn't do it. There you go. Some people are just taller, right? I'm sleepy as fuck. Then just sleep. Then sleep, my friend, sleep. There's nothing wrong with sleeping. Everybody could utilize a bit more sleep in their life, right? But so these are, I guess, the warriors that are going to be fighting. And of course, they're all squished together like sardines. Because in real war times, that's actually what happened as well. All right. It was very unhygienic. I've read Kingdom, so I would know. Actually, I haven't caught up in like fucking 4 years, but great manga, great manga. But hmm, yeah, we're gonna keep the inside empty. Are they prepared to die for the cause? Actually, they're spectators. They're all just watching to see how this big laser is gonna fire. They're all very curious. The scientists behind it said it's gonna be very big laser. It's genuinely going to go kaboom. So of course, they said it in their alien language, but the aliens were very curious. They're like, "How much of a kaboom are we talking?" And the scientists said, "Big, big kaboom, very big." So, with those stats riling them up, they've all come to form an opinion, and you can be very sure their opinion will be that they will be very underwhelmed because they expected to see an entire planet go kaboom, and it's only going to be about 4 buildings and maybe 3 cars and a car that actually isn't real. Right? That guy's smiling, but he's gonna cry after this kaboom, right? So these are just spectators. The actual fight is right here, just right here. This little, there you go, right there. And the unfortunate thing is, this is gonna miss by a wide margin because the person who drew this is actually a fucking idiot, and it's going off perspective. So it's only gonna hit about these 2 buildings. So not only is it a small kaboom, it's also a kaboom that is inaccurate. So you can be darn sure that these spectators are going to be voting with their tax dollars for the next state controlled government. You know, they're very upset. I'm very upset for them. So that was hilarious, hilarious role playing. Wee, wee. There you go. All right. Let's see. This crowd is taking more fucking energy than anything I've ever drawn. But that's also because I'm not thinking as much. Right? Come on. Look at these bald heads. A bunch of tyrants. It's a good thing he never watches my stream. Otherwise, I'd be like, bruh, it's true. Me and Tyrion had a falling out. He told me that my mom was gay, and I responded with "Oy vey." And then he followed up with saying, "Why do you make so many gay jokes?" And then I said, "It's honestly because I have literally no other sense of humor." And then he high-fived me and everybody clapped. It's quite the great time. But of course, apart from the fact that we had a falling out and he never wanted to see me again. But apart from that, it was quite the great time. Hello, how are we doing? Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne, yes. That always trips me up because I want to say Roxanne, but this isn't a Goofy movie. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. As you can see, still drawing, still doing my bullshit. Very minimal improvement, but improvement nonetheless. Slight improvement, right? And oh, we'll do something like this. There you go. That makes it seem like it's actually attached pretty legitimately. Uh, right. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Right. You've been busy with the move since the last time I recall. So I hope the move went good. I hope you've been settled in. That's what I see. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm slowly improving, right? Yeah, well, I would assume you of all people, since you actually have watched my channel every now and then, know that I'm all about the very meticulous, intentional, purposeful, and patient grind, right? And in a good way, because people think grind is a bad word, but it's not. It just means effort, right? So like as you can see, I'm just doing that and more of that, right? So yeah. Oh, I should probably actually for additional scale start. Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. There you go. We can just start adding little people here, right? To be like, oh, look, now this is the scale of the ship. There you go. See? because we have people here now. I mean, they're probably fucking up the goddamn drawing more. You know what? Let's have a guy right on top of this. Like he really wanted to see Beak Kaboom. There you go. Here, we'll give him the biggest stick of all. There you go. That's pretty funny. I'm a funny guy. I am very funny, aren't I? There you go. There you go. Just like some random bullshit cut out there. Let's see. Bring that in. Bring that in. Bring that in. Yeah, it looks like an attachment of sorts, right? And bro, moving was exhausting, but I'm all settled in now and I got a new job. Wonderful. Congratulations. Congratulations. But I'm ready to start drawing again, lol. Glad to catch you live. Yeah, I'm glad you pulled up. Fucking moving is exhausting. I've helped my friends move quite a few times and it's definitely always difficult. Like it's fun because you're helping your friends move, but at the same time it is a lot of work for sure. And that's just me helping my friends move. I moved to this house that I'm in right now 3 years ago. It's been almost 3 years. And like that was like, that was pretty intense as well, especially because me and my family hadn't moved in over a decade prior to that. Right. But yeah, good to see you're doing well. Glad to see it. Right. Hopefully drawing can be a part of your life again. Uh in the coming future. Emphasis on coming, but like I'm still look at this. I still fucked it up because this is zero silhouette. I shouldn't have drawn this line. If I actually take that away, it's like okay, at least this is you can see it going back, but definitely still struggling with silhouette. Let's see. Hmm. Let me think. Well, first, what should I do with this shape? Let's do something like that, maybe. Right. This is some sort of cutout or add-on with a cutout. Right. Addition with a subtraction inside of it. What's blending? Is anything blending? Is anything happening here? Who fucking knows? Right? I'm trying to think. Was ist gewonnen? Well, let's see. This is going like that. So we can do something like this. And that can be, there you go. Something like that, right? Like it cut in. Maybe I'm not gonna push it too much. Well, that was an accident, but I guess we've established that this is ending like this. Yeah, designing shapes is very difficult. And then let's just put a giant incorrect cylinder right around there. Ta-da! And we'll just, oops, see that line was a mistake. This line was also a mistake. And there you go. Yeah, looks all right. Oh, wait, shit, I forgot to close this. There you go. Now it looks okay. But let's see. Clearly we need a ceiling for this, so there you go. Right, I think it's foreshortening a bit too fast, but I'm okay with that, right? Who knows? Who knows? How do you guys like the drawing so far? I mean, it's all over the fucking place, but I think some things are working, some things are not working. There you go. Now you know they're aliens because they have these long antennas. Right. There you go. But let's see. What else do I want to do? No idea, to be honest. No fucking idea. I've actually you like it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, still figuring things out. But it's hard to tell because like I just don't know how to draw anything, you know? I don't know how to compose. I don't know how to do anything, right? But I'm also trying to go out of my comfort zone. This is the first time I've tried to draw some sort of big city, big scale oriented drawing, right? So that's how it always turns out for me. I try something new, it looks decent, but this doesn't have any gesture or dynamism or anything really, right? So let me see Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, and this is the difficult part. Is like trying to think, right? Trying to figure out where we're taking this. Here, let's give them some protection. Close that other side off as well. There you go. Now they're safe. Right here, let me color that in too, so you know it's a shadow. But let's see. If that's like the main part of the ship, something's not working, says while actively training his brain and hand. Well, yeah, like, but that's my standard now, right? You also like it, thank you. But that's my standard now. My standard is to fucking grind my brain while talk, while drawing, while thinking. Well, like I'm like this is what I've trained myself to do, you know. So, but I think you guys know how I am. Is like I'm always kind of trying to push myself further and further and further, right? So yeah, it's just how it is. And I'm glad that's how it is, but I will complain and bitch and moan regardless. So that's just that's just who I am. But yeah, it's just the main thing is like I like the drawing. Don't get me wrong, I like it too. The main thing is just the fact that we have expectations, and I talk about that quite a bit, right? I'm aware that my expectations are to draw like someone who I'm not, who I can't draw like yet. Because, and those expectations are important because we must strive for those expectations, right? Like we want to be like the people we look up to, the skills we look up to, whatever it is, we want to achieve that, or we want to have the skills to do so, blah, blah, blah. But the main distinction to be made is to understand that that is something we attempt to achieve, not that we can actually achieve in the given moment. He's back. Hey, John, how's it going? Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, what's up, fucker? How's it going? Let's see. Oh, this is also supposed to be dark. Cool. But yeah, that's the way I like to think about it. Like I have my standards, I have my expectations, but I only expect to strive to meet them. So that's the biggest difference. You expect to strive to meet your standards. You don't expect to meet your standards, but that's the process of learning, right? I'm doing great, man. Nice to see you again. Yep, 100%. Nice to see you again as well. Like I'm thankful I actually streamed today because obviously I'd like to stream more. Like I would like to I was at a point streaming weekly and then it became like almost like and then there was like a month gap and now I'm trying to get back to it again, right? So yeah, it's nice to be back. It's nice to stream. It's nice to just try to explain myself while I'm drawing. I like to explain what I'm thinking quite often while I'm drawing, right? Right now, all I'm thinking is la di da. If I fucking black this out, will it make will it make the composition read better? Right? There's no technical thought when it comes to anytime I'm shading or coloring anything or like blacking anything in, there's no thought. Like because I don't have the skill. Like I don't have a technical baseline for it. It's just pure assumption and be like, fuck man, I hope this works. Let's see. Roxanne asked, do you tend to look at your past drawings and point out things you think need work? Not really. It's like while I'm drawing, I focus on trying to be as aware as possible of what needs improvement and what the standard I want that to be. And then I look at references in terms of like either on my Pinterest boards or like on Instagram, I follow artists, and I look at like, okay, like what do I like about theirs? Like, what do I like about their line work? What do I like about their shapes? What am I? And the thing is, it's really, really easy to look at things. In my experience, right? It's really easy to look at something and be like, ah, yes, they're doing this with their shapes and they're doing this with their lines. That is an astronomically different experience than being in front of the paper and be like, now think about the form, think about the design, think about the shapes, think about the composition, think about the line quality, right? It's completely different. And while also trying to be like, let me attempt to recall what I liked about that design, right? It's just that's where the skill gap is, right? Where what we look at has 5, 10, 15, 20 years of experience and application. And what we have, or at least what I have, is 3 years and 3 months, or 4 months now, actually, which is pretty crazy, right? So to answer your question, I look at my drawings after I've like for this, right? I looked at this, and I immediately saw like a bunch of things that was wrong with it, but it's already happened. So for me, it's like, okay, like I can't do anything about that, right? But I know, like, my only goal is just to try to improve. My only goal is like, okay, try to think about the composition more next time. Try to think about the yeah, try to think about the composition more next time. Try to think about the shapes. My biggest thing right now is I'm obsessed with designing pleasing shapes, right? Hard surface shapes, mechanical shapes, whatever shapes, but like all based on kind of more rigid form because that's really what my skill set is currently. And I just try to in the moment of drawing, ideate upon that and keep in mind the pitfalls to avoid, which in my experience has always been not thinking about those things. Like when I'm not thinking is when I make mistakes. When I am thinking is when I make less mistakes, right? So it always, for me, it always comes back down to thinking. And of course, like you will be looking at your own drawings and trying to understand like what went well, what could you have ideated on, and you use that as the foundation for your next attempts, right? And it's only through hundreds of attempts that you notice like a 5% improvement, and you're like, wonderful, because a 5% improvement is still very notable. Like improvement is hard to come by in general, right? Yeah, I mean, like to keep it in mind for next time. Yeah. I don't know if I answered your question properly, but yeah, that is what I do. I'm sorry. Watch me become great. Uh, that's my problem. Like I explain things, but then I feel as if I over explain things or under explain things because it's difficult to teach. It's genuinely difficult to explain and teach. I try to be articulate. Like I genuinely do try to be articulate, but it's it's hard. It's very difficult to um to explain your thoughts, right? But right now I'm kind of wasting time in the sense that like I'm just trying to fill these out, right? To make sure to see. Technically it's not a waste of time because I'm trying to see if it'll make the contrast of this overall design pop. But I do need to focus on after this designing the overall shape, right? Of whatever this is. Hmm. Right. But okay, you got it. Cool. That's good. I mean, any other questions, please? If you guys have questions, throw them at me because the more questions you ask, the better. The more I can attempt to try to understand my own process as well. Because as much as I try to explain what I'm doing while I'm drawing, because that's a skill I want and I'm enamored by, it's still difficult to know what to talk about sometimes. So I just end up fucking being like, blah, 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 I'm just fucking just blathering, as they say, or blabbering, right? Which I think is my appeal, right? That's the niche that I'm in, right? The art shit talker. But unfortunately, that niche has zero appeal. Right? Or maybe it's a long-term game. Well, it's definitely a long-term game, but either way, the art yapper. Exactly, exactly. Hey, right now, if it doesn't seem like much, but 10 years from now, when I'm doing drawings that are even more impressive, like a lot more impressive, right? Then it's like, how does he do it? How does he talk about random bullshit and touch his dick while he's drawing? It's impressive. I said there's not even he's not even using the pen, but yet the lines are happening. That is when I'll cement my status as legend, right? So none of this is really helping with the drawing at all, clearly, these black marks that I'm making. Right, so I have to think. I have to think. Okay, yeah, you see? Hype man. Okay, woo, let's go. I know what you're saying okay for. The dick joke came out of nowhere and was very unsettling. I understand. Unfortunately, that's who I am. So you can take the dick out of the Viggy, but you can't take the Viggy out of the dick. Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, is that the ceiling? Maybe. Fucking. Oh no, it's like a fucking curved ceiling. Oh god, I fucked it up. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. I came here to look at art. How the fuck? You didn't just came here to look at art. Come on, you came here to listen to me while looking at art, and that was your biggest mistake. That was the most pivotal mistake of all. Is choosing this human being, this one right here, to to be the individual you listen to. All right, you fucking made this choice when you became a hashtag ViggyFamer. All right, you gotta be very careful with your choices. Let's see. Let's add some shit. I'm really just avoiding my responsibilities right now by just adding random bullshit, aren't I? Okay, but after this, I 100% will choose the okay, yeah, after this we're definitely doing the design. Okay, there's no more fucking around. I own my mistakes. I'll vibe with it. Thank you. Thank you. You see, that's called character growth. Okay, anyways, um let's see. Yeah, like that's all fine and dandy. Okay, so clearly this is the ship part, right? Hopefully, clearly this is the ship part. Ship fart, what the fuck? Ship part. This is the audience, right? Totally want to watch the explosion and TFS reference, Team 4 Star. Anyways, and this is where I'm currently at, is like, what is further designed? What is silhouette? What can make this look interesting? Do I leave it? That's also something that I have to think about is like, do I leave this? Right? Is this just left? Or or do I add maybe just an implication that there's way more to this design that lets on? Like, do we make the scale even more intense? Like, do I add a giant connection here that then goes off like this? Because that's not bad, right? Then it's like we have something going off like this, and this is me explaining my thoughts out loud, of course. But we have something connecting, perhaps a hinge or something, and it's going off like this, going off like that, and it's like, okay, damn, this is like a tiny part of a big ship. And until I draw it, I won't know if it will give that sort of impression. But I actually don't think that's a bad idea because that way we still have space to see this. We still see all of this, but then hopefully, right? I can create the impression that wow, like this is just like the stadium area of this giant ship, right? Actually, it could work out because I could just extend the ship outward. It'll go up here and then I can just extend it, right? Maybe I can do that. I don't know. I've never attempted something of that scale ever, but I mean, there's a first time for everything. Fuck it, let's give it a shot. How long have I even been drawing for? An hour? Do you plan to add color to your art eventually? Yes, but that's like that won't be for like another 10 years. You know my timelines, they're all tentative and I say very long timelines because I actually have no idea how long it's going to take, but it's easier just to say decade and then not think about it. But the plan, the basically right now, if you see on my main channel, I'm doing Art Wad Portrait Roadmap, right? To get to the level of skill in which they showcase you will achieve on the Art Wad Portrait Roadmap will take presumably a whole year to 2 years. So there's going to be total 2 years of the Art Wad Portrait Roadmap. Then I'm going to spend 6 months going back to the beginner roadmap and really practicing, like going through it again. Maybe I'll finish it, who knows? But minimum 6 months on that. Then another 2 years on the Art Wad figure roadmap, right? At that point I should and then again like another 6 months on their bigger or beginner or intermediate roadmap, and then like another 2 years on their environment roadmap. By that point, which will be like basically 7 years from now, which will be basically like the 10-year mark, I should be basically able to do like very mock Kim Jong-gi-esque drawings because I'll be able to draw environments, people, figures, and I'll still be always practicing mech designs, right, alongside drawing the face and alongside drawing the figure. So that should be very, very feasible. And then I will do their painting roadmap with specifically either like a brush pen, with like you have to use water or a marker set, right? And that'll be like another 2 years of just practicing values. Um, and then I'll introduce color probably after that. But color really will just be for the cover pictures of Animorphs. Like that's the big goal. Is like I'm only gonna use color because my goal is manga, right? I want to make the Animorphs fan manga adaptation. So and that's like a 40-year goal, right? So color is really only going to be introduced, and this is why anybody who watches me is gonna have to accept that they're in it for the long haul until I die. Unless I die before all of this happens, then that's the only that is like I'm telling you guys right now, it's the only reason I'll ever stop uploading is death. No other reason. So if I stop uploading without actively making like a post being like, hey, I'm not uploading, just assume I died, right? But that's like the big goal. Like color will be introduced only for the Animorphs, like the book covers, right? So, but I need to master values before then. Is my and again, this is all tentative. Who knows how my journey will actually be because these skills compound, right? So I can't say with 100% certainty that this is how it's going to be, but for the time being, for the time being, it seems like a good idea. Let me just finish this off. I know I said I wouldn't waste any more time, but I do want to get this thing done because this seems like a good idea. Does that answer your question, Roxanne? I hope it does. But yeah, like I take the whole watch me become great thing very seriously. So I have a feeling you guys already know that I'm gonna be here and I'm just gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep going. And then before you know it, decades will have passed and be like, oh shit, Viggy's still going. Right? The whole point of this channel is not only like, oh yeah, watch me become great, but it's to prove that anybody can draw. Hopefully, I've kind of already started to do that, hopefully, because now I put all my progress out there, right? Everything is out there, so you can see the first 2 years, and this is a video for beginner artist video. You can see everything past the first 2 years, starting from my channel. Um, and even in my videos, I try to be very clear, like, hey, I did extra practice and all that stuff. But oh, that doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I get it. These are things that take time, 100%. And I think that's just what artists in general miss. Not artists, anybody who's learning a skill misses in general. That if you think in weeks, you're fucked because you're just going to be disappointed. If you think in years, you're a little bit better. But if you think in decades, you're set for life because the decade will pass and like you'll just keep going, right? The point of the game is to keep playing, like we have to play the infinite game and we have to play our game specifically. So that's just the way I'm trying to look at it. Point of the game is just to keep playing. Before you know it, the infinite game will reward you with skills that you wouldn't even expect because you just kept playing, right? But either way, I've been postponing painting and coloring for a while because I don't feel ready yet. But if I'll just dive into it, that's why I asked. Yeah, no, please, like you have your own particular goals, right? If it's your calling, if it's calling to you, if it's something you really want to do, this is now your chance to be like, I'm gonna fucking learn everything I can about this, and I'm just gonna get my 100,000,000 repetitions in, right? Like go for it, enjoy it, do like what you gotta do, right? I don't like even though I say that the fundamentals are the most important thing, everything has fundamentals. And if you want to go do painting, then just go off on learning the fundamentals of painting, right? The only thing is, understand that the better you understand form, the better you understand painting, right? Like that's the main thing is just to be aware of that, right? Because form and understanding 3D will make everything you make a lot more sense, right? But hey, I mean, I'm not to say I'm like an expert or anything, but these aren't my words. These are a lot like Antonio from ArtWad, right? The founder of ArtWad. These are his words. I don't speak for me, to be honest. Like I can speak from my experiences, but in terms of what I believe, I speak from what other people who are much better than me say. But all that yapping aside, let's see, let's draw. Yeah, Antonio repeats a lot that you just need to know how to draw first. No, it's true. It's 100% true. I mean, guys, like this is proof. I don't know how to draw a ship. I don't know how to draw a bridge. I don't really know how to draw a city. I've never drawn something anything like this ever in my life. Literally ever. And yet, because I keep practicing form and I keep trying to keep scale in mind, and I get advice that tells me like keep scale, keep composition, and I'm kind of like fucking blindly going through understanding composition, even though I only ever practice form and composition. Learning that and fully becoming excellent in that is years down the line, right? With the environment roadmap, I'm able to do something like this, right? If that's not a testament to how important learning how to draw is, then I don't know what is, because I only understand line, form, and perspective. I only understand that. I don't understand scale, really. I don't understand design clearly. I don't understand. I don't have really a visual library at all, right? I understand so little, but because I understand the foundations of making things realistic, this is what it is. It's like not bad, but like that's why I harp on about it, and I will continue to prove why it's so important. Like my portrait series right now may look very banal or boring or uninteresting because I'm just drawing a fucking box with like lines and small features, and then I'm next to it. I'm literally hardcore visualizing box, sphere inside the box, center lines inside the sphere inside the box, and then trying to wrap shapes around that essentially, right? While maintaining three layers of perspective. Right now, I guarantee, and I'm very well aware, vast majority of people either come in, they'll be like, "Oh, he's doing the same shit. This is boring. It doesn't make any sense," and they fuck off. But half a year from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, my portraits are gonna look insane, and everybody be like, "How did he do it? Oh, how did the skill? Like, oh my god, how can he just like?" Because I focused on the foundations, right? Like this isn't even my advice. This is just me turning my brain off and listening to those 10 times better than me, right? So that's it. That's just the way I like to see it. Is just turn your fucking brain off and listen to those 10 times better than you because they're 10 times better than you for a reason, right? It's not pure happenstance, you know. But that is again like that's just my path that I've chosen, and it's okay if you do not want to choose that path either. But everybody has an ignorance tax to pay, right? And the ignorance tax, what the fuck task with any skill is the fundamentals, the foundations, right? Like you can ignore practicing scales and your arpeggios and your chords for as long as you want, but well, let me just let me prove it something, right? You can ignore practicing those things for as long as you want, but now I'm gonna play my piano because I'm gonna show off, I guess. Hopefully, I don't get copyright strike. You can ignore that for as long as you want, but that means you won't be able to do this. Oh fuck. well, I forgot the piece, but the point has been made. Is the fact that you don't get that level of skill without practicing the foundations. Ta-da! That's my. I actually completely forgot that piece. That's. I actually should have played the one I'm currently learning. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Why don't I do that? Let me show you guys what I'm currently learning. By the way, and this is after 2 years and 2 months of practice. Okay, this is after 2 years or 2 months of practice. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Oh, motherfucker, I'm getting nervous. Oh, no. Okay, let's just go slow. And then it's. And then it goes onwards. That's what I'm learning right now. It's called invention number one. Right? Look at him go. Right? Music channel when. I might actually put out because I also want to produce my own music like 10, 20 years from now because I got inspired by like all those fan OST channels, right? There's a couple unreleased anime soundtracks that have never been released and like they're not even available properly as like something to listen to even on YouTube. So I want to recreate those as well. And for Animorphs, my plan is actually to create the Animorphs soundtrack, right? So it's like all these skills that you don't think come together do come together. Like again, I'm learning coding. I've been in UX design. That's my career, right? Where do you think Animorphs is going to be hosted? On a proper fucking website made by me. So it's all going to come together, right? But this is why I'm going to become essentially like a multi-domain expert. Not now, but decades from now, right? So we just all have to live until then. But thank you for the kind words, everybody. Right? I actually got nervous, so I fucked everything up. I was playing much better today when I was showing my piano teacher. But yeah, no, that's nice. I'm a bit shy now. But yeah, like the whole point clearly is focus on your fucking fundamentals, right? Like, am I really that special? No, right? Like I'm not. But how have I gotten good at piano to this level in 2 years and 2 months? Solfeggio is supposedly a level 8 piece, and I learned it in 2 months. My teacher's like, "Your progress is amazing." Why? Because I just fucking practice 3, 4 hours a week, and I grind the fuck out of my brain. Like it's just all about grinding your brain, And I grind my brain, I grind my brain. I'm just like, boom, okay. Like it's just about it's learning how to learn is the most important skill. Not even nothing else, to be honest. Yeah, literally nothing else. Just learning how to learn. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm making much sense. Hopefully, this is informative. I still struggle a lot with bending or wrapping cylinders around, but hmm. Oh, absolutely. I'm committed to fundamentals. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I was just trying to make a point there, right? I was literally just trying to make a point that I'm nobody special. B, everybody can be excellent, right? And by the way, I don't think I'm excellent, but I'm saying that to the average standard, it's now like, whoa, he's good at piano. Whoa, like the art, oh my God. Like it's all fucking bullshit. Cause I know because my standards are extremely high, right? So I know that it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day, right? But that's all because I just practice my fundamentals. It's literally all because I just practice my fundamentals. Let's see. Wee. Oh, that's stuck in my head now, right? Invention number one by Bach. Do 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 do. Yeah, good shit. But yeah, I've been practicing that for I think 3 weeks now, maybe a month. It's actually like I'm at a point now where I really, because I'll be completely honest, I'm not learning piano because I love piano. I'm learning piano from a purely skill acquisition point of view. I heard piano increases the size of your corpus callosum, which is the part of your brain which is attaches the left brain and the right brain. It increases communication between those two parts of the brain. Piano is considered to be one of the most difficult instruments to learn, and therefore I will learn piano and I will master it. That was literally my thought process. I don't think about piano outside of piano, like when I'm practicing or when I'm in my lesson, like I do about art, right? But even then, by not thinking about the skill and only thinking about it when I practice, I still managed to achieve what has been stated to be like, wow, like even from my piano teacher, like, hey, that's pretty fucking good. So, that's the point I'm trying to make. Not that like I'm amazing or anything, but the fact that anybody can get good at anything, even if they don't really give that much of a shit about it. But I have been, I actually have begun to enjoy piano quite a bit, right? Like, actually a decent amount. Actually a decent amount. Let's see. Oof, that was a mistake, but yeah, I've begun to enjoy it quite a bit, and that's because I'm getting better, right? Like it's because I'm getting better, and because I'm actually starting to learn at a pace that I'm like, damn, I didn't like things are coming a bit easier to me. Obviously, because again, I'm practicing my fundamentals and not these lines. Oh, these lines are fucking garbage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that piece is stuck in my head now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And the other one is solfeggio, which apparently is Bach's fucking kid. I didn't even know that there were two Bachs, but my teacher was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, the entire like family, there's a line of Bachs, right? They're all musicians or composers. I was like, what the fuck? Nani desu ka? Korewa? Sorewa? All that good shit, all that weep shit. You know how it is. But But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the music. Right? I was mainly just trying to prove a point that it really doesn't matter what you practice as long as you focus on the fundamentals. You listen to your fucking teachers, or you listen to those who are better than you, and you just full send it. You just commit. Oh, look at that, bro! Look how misaligned this is. Holy shit! Do you see that? Oh my god, that was a beautiful mistake. Look at that. Look, it's diverging, and I can't fix it. I just cannot fix it. So we're just gonna have to commit, right? And let's do something like this, where it's like actually going inwards. Uh, let's see. I don't know what I actually want to do with this design, but that's on me, right? So, oh, my family yelling, my family yelling. Oh no. Oh my God. Okay. Fuck. All right. And then should we just bring this outwards like so and have it, let's see, something like this, right? Okay, basically I'm just creating a cutout. Hopefully that much is relatively evident. If not, that's the fault of the artist, not of the viewer, right? But oof, brain hurting, mind numbing, right? Fundamentals are like veggies. Eat your veggies, everyone. I agree, and yet I feel as if that analogy makes fundamentals sound as if they are not something that people should do or want to do, or like we should expect to dislike them. I would challenge that mindset and say that everything that is difficult can be trained to be enjoyable. I mean, my whole channel is about that, right? What do I always say? Focus on the effort, focus on the errors, derive enjoyment from them. So I would actually say fundamentals are extremely enjoyable, and they are stimulating because they're difficult, right? Which is why they must be done, because it's not about eating your veggies, it's about training yourself to be able to do something that is difficult, and thereby forcing yourself to enjoy something that is difficult. Therefore, you change the texture of your mind into someone or something that is capable of enjoying difficult things, right? You can make fundamentals fun and veggies tasty, right? What do you mean? Yeah, okay, as long as like that's what you're trying to say. The thing is, like, I don't think you meant any ill will, but people use that analogy or metaphor to is with the underlying presumption or sort of statement that it's hard and it's not good for you, or like it's boring but it must be done. And I think you guys all know, like, I fucking hate that sentiment to my core, because I went through that as a beginner, right? Like, and as a beginner, I learned to enjoy it. I learned to like I literally had to learn to enjoy it because I had to, and that was a mistake. So like this was diverging, but I just fixed it. No, it's still wrong, actually, completely wrong. But I learned to enjoy my fundamentals because they were extremely difficult. But I hated how the entire rhetoric on the internet was like, oh, fundamentals are boring. Oh, fundamentals are this. Like, shut the fuck up. A, you're a pussy. B, you've never learned how to learn. C, you need to start enjoying difficult things, right? Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. People just need to stop being fucking complete pussies when it comes to doing difficult things, right? Myself included. I know when I'm being a bitch, and I know when I'm like, oh God, I'm not thinking. Like, but we have to be accountable, you know. And I think it's 100% possible. Like, I objectively, or not objectively, I subjectively believe that it's 100% possible to enjoy doing difficult things, and that I 100% do think that the fundamentals are not boring, and everybody just has the wrong mindset, right? Like, including myself when I started. It's just, yes, it is the kids that are wrong. Like, it is everyone else's fault, right? This It's not the skill's fault that it's difficult. It's your fault for not knowing how to make something difficult, stimulating, enjoyable, and invigorating, right? It's and that applies to anything. Like think about anything that requires hard work to get good at, right? Is it the work's fault that it's difficult, or is it the individual's fault that they perceive the work to be not worth it because it's difficult? There's only one answer. It's our fault, right? It's literally our fault. So, and apart from that, it's my fault because this is a horrible design. I didn't think of a good design. This is my fault. Like, look at this. This looks like fucking shit, right? So that's on me, and I have to accept that, right? Like that's just it's my fault, and that's a huge part of getting good is repeating those words or internalizing those words, right? Which is my fault. You know, we can cry and bitch and moan about how hard something is. Don't wish it were easy, wish you were better. Exactly. And wishing you were better is just continuing onwards, you know? It's just continuing onwards because we all have two choices to make, which is the negative choice, the demotivated choice, the choice that makes us feel worse, or the positive choice, the stimulating choice, and the choice that makes us stronger, right? You can tell how intense these choices are because I'm waving my fingers like a spaz. So it's just that's just the way I see it. And the choice to make is always the one that makes us stronger, right? Because it's more difficult. Thereby, it's more stimulating. And that's always going to be my stance on the fundamentals or doing anything that's hard. Like that's always going to be my stance. I'm never changing that stance because and this is just something that all beginners this is like almost universal for beginners, and this is why beginners have too much ego, right? I want to draw like this. By the way, I'm not saying that anybody looks up to drawing like this. I know my drawings aren't that special, but the point is, if you're a beginner and you look at this, let's just say somebody's a beginner and they look at this and they're like, wow, I can't wait to draw like that. It is egotistical of them to take this pen and expect their lines to look like this, their forms to look like this, simply because they want it. Congratulations. Everybody wants $1 million, right? Not everybody is skilled enough to know how to make $1 million, right? Not everybody has the wherewithal to go about their means to continue persisting in order to learn the game of business. It's the same thing, right? Just because you want something doesn't mean you have the ability to immediately get it. Instant gratification is the fucking death of skill learning, right? Anyways, this is super off, but what can I do to make this hmm let's see. Maybe just uh I don't know. I feel as if I really messed this up and I messed it up again. Let's see. I mean, my rant aside, like it's all the same shit as always. Right? Oh look, Viggy's bitching about beginners not having the right mindset again. What surprise. What surprise. Right? But I mean like it's passionate for me, right? Like I'm sure you guys know how much this means to me as a topic because I was that beginner, right? Like it's not because I and the thing is like I think everybody's capable of being excellent. Like I genuinely believe everybody's capable of being excellent. And I'm not saying that I am excellent. I'm just saying everybody's capable of being excellent, right? So and when I've noticed that purely through just trying and consistently trying, that I've somehow been able to achieve something that others may consider to be excellent, that it puts into perspective like, oh shit, that means everybody can do this. And what's the one thing that I've been doing? Effort. Therefore, everybody can also put an effort. Like that's all. That's just what it is. That's just what it feels like to me, right? But and it's the truth. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, it is the truth. But that's the thing. It's like we live in an age of instant gratification, and this isn't like a oh everybody's a loser and all that shit. But no, like objectively, the average human being in the Western society has essentially willingly or unwillingly completely fucked their brain, right? They've all induced, self-induced or government induced or whatever fucking bullshit you want to say. It's all brain rot. It's all just brain rot and nobody knows how to focus. Nobody even understands the science of focus. Oh, by the way, in like the next two videos, my Discord will be live. Like it'll be in the description. So if you guys want to join, fucking not even trying to shameless plug, but just I just remembered if you guys want to discuss things or if you want the resources, because I made sure my Discord would have the resources that I use when it comes to learning how to focus and shit. Like it's all gonna be there, right? So yeah, that's as an aside. But yeah, nobody knows how to fucking focus and all that shit. Yeah, you can thank EVG Aman for that, by the way. Like he was just here in the chat. He literally gave me the Discord. Like he had a Discord and he's like, "Here, you can have it because I believe in what you're doing." Right? And then he glucked hard and I reciprocated. But yeah, like it's crazy. Again, dude, like you guys like the fans are crazy. The fans are actually you guys are insane. You know, it's and I'm only at 1,000 subs and I get fucking 10 views a video. Right? So it's clearly I must be doing something right in terms of my encouragement, my practice, because it feels like you guys are on the same path, and I would encourage everybody just to continue onwards. I mean, I hope my videos prove that video by video, there's such little difference. But then when I do these drawings, it's like, what the fuck? You weren't doing this a month ago. And the answer is yes. Right? I wasn't. Right? Yes, I was there. Cool. Wait, you were there in the Discord? What the fuck? I'm so confused now. Interesting. The funny thing is, like, he gave me his Discord, but there were already people there, and they didn't know who the fuck I was. So when I was like setting it up, because he gave me the rights and shit, I made like my rules, the Discord rules, and you'll see they're kind of like haha Viggy funny rules where I make some stupid jokes, right? Mostly begging for money and shilling myself and being a dick as always, right? And the people who are already there, like, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck are these rules? They were so confused. And I wrote like a long message being like, hey, this is who I am, right? Like, if you have any suggestions, let me know. And then immediately they just responded with, I'm not reading all that. And I just wanted to fucking kill myself. I'm like, this is why I'm never wasting another breath on Gen Z or Gen Alpha ever again, bro. Fucking zero attention span. Zero attention span. But yeah, truly, it is the kids that are wrong. I was in the chat. You were there. What the fuck? Oh no, you know what I look like? Oh shit. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm opening up my Discord. Everybody's gonna know what I look like. By everybody, I mean my 3 fans. But yeah, it's I didn't wait. What's your fucking username then? What the fuck? Because whoever like you guys were just talking about some random shit for the longest time. I was like, I don't know what this is. Everybody's just memeing. Okay, I think that doesn't look that good. Like I'm well aware this kind of shot the bed, but it's a learning lesson. Get hit with the TLTR. Got hit with the TLDR. Oh, too long didn't read. Yeah, yeah. I did. They literally just said I ain't reading all of that, and I just put a crying emoji. I was in the YouTube chat when the dude said he was gonna share the Discord. I mean, oh yeah. So you're aware. You're aware. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, right? But like, okay, this is not that good. This is just not that good. Like these shapes are just eh. But maybe I can actually do something like this. Well, this just is wrong, right? Wait, face reveal? I mean, dude, my face is on my Discord, and I never said I was hiding my face. I simply just don't want to show it on my YouTube channel. At 500,000 subs, I'll do a face reveal. But like, this is a drawing channel. Like, I don't see the point of me having my face while I draw, even though I am very handsome, right? There isn't any point. I don't see a point to it. Like, this is a drawing channel. Albeit a cursed drawing channel, but a drawing channel nonetheless. Okay, so let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Maybe I can do something like this. Does that do? Oh, that kind of makes it a little bit better. And then I can maybe close this off. Yeah, I just don't see the point in revealing my face, to be honest. Plus, I don't want a horde of female admirers. That's just, I'm just not about that life. But let's see. Handsome points wins viewers. I know. I actually know if I reveal like because I'm actually buzzing my hair right now because I have a bet with my friend that if I kept my hair buzzed up until like October, he'd give me 500 USD. So that guy's he's about to get his butt fucked because I've been buzzing like I've been consistent. So I need to win that bet, obviously, because I'm broke. But like if I show my face right now, it'd be like, oh yeah, he's pretty good looking. He rocks bald pretty well. But obviously, like when my hair is nice and long and I'm looking sexy, then when I do face reveal, then I will have the PewDiePie treatment, right? Eugenics programs will be after me. They'll be they'll be begging for my seed. So and obviously I don't want to make my girlfriend uncomfortable, right? Guys, come on, like this is I'm a decent person. But anyways, this is fucking random bullshit aside. I know, like actually I'm aware that if I showed my face that I would probably get more views because people are shallow. But that's specifically why I'm not showing my face because I want to get merit on my skill first, right? And then be like, haha, I was good looking all along, right? This is, and then it's like, oh, he was so humble. He's such a wow. Look at him. He's so humble. Genius, genius. I know, genius, right? As Robaz once said. Okay, what is happening here? Oh, okay. So this is all in shadow, right? Yeah. Okay, that actually looks a lot better. That definitely looks a lot better. It definitely looks like there's more of a connection happening there. You see how some shadows can make a difference? Let's see. Handsome points wins viewers. Drawing while playing piano challenge win. What the fuck, bro? What kind of god do you take me for? Right. Tyrion has 50% of his followers because of that. Of course, he's a good-looking guy. He's a very and the thing is, like, face reveals also make people more personable, right? Like, you're more relatable when they know what you look like. It's why, like, it's kind of difficult maybe for a faceless channel, but I don't really think that's like it's all bullshit. I think if you have personally, I'm of the belief if you're skilled enough, people will watch you. Like that's just what I believe. Like if you're skilled enough, you will get the quote unquote clout, right? I could be wrong, but that's just what I believe. So that's just what I believe, right? And let's see. Eyes on the drawings, not in Viggy's face. I mean, technically, you guys already. It's funny. You guys know what my body looks like because if you go to my 500 sub Q&A, I specifically wore a fitted T-shirt to thirst trap my audience. Unfortunately, it got no views. So mission failed successfully, right? You think I'm wrong? You think skill won't be more important than face? I mean, everybody is pretty shallow, so it's possible. But I would like to believe in the fact that yeah, like that skill will still mean something, right? I saw that law. A lot of amazing people don't have any followers. Well, that's why I'm throwing this all out there, right? It's all about consistency. We'll see. We'll see. Just keep being consistent, keep getting fucking better and better and better, right? My channel is unique in the sense that nobody is doing this. So there's a lot of things. And YouTube stats actually told me that I'm in the middle of compounding anyways. So we'll just have to see. But either way, you guys are here, and that's good enough for me. It's cool, right? At the end of the day, it's just about proving that anyone can draw. So, okay. So I think this ship thing actually does look pretty decent now. That's not bad. I mean, the shapes are very mediocre in my opinion, but like it's not bad to be honest. Like it's actually not that bad. But you also have to remember that a lot of amazing people don't really get followers because a lot of amazing people don't specifically like it's hard to draw and talk, right? I know a lot of amazing artists that are much better than me and are drawing and don't get views. That's because they don't fucking talk and it's not interesting, right? I'm also building a brand in terms of my personality. This is the way I see it. I could be wrong. It's okay if I'm wrong, but the only way to find out whether I'm right or wrong, quote unquote, right or wrong, is just to do this for the next 50 years and then be like, was I right or wrong? Right? Like will skill Oh yeah, there is an appeal to your channel. Right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That I like the thing is already have a lot of leading indicators. Like I'm consistently getting comments of people calling me. It's really nice of them to say. It's just hard for me to take it because I don't know how to take compliments off my butt yet. But people saying you're amazing, I'm inspiration, right? They motivate me. All like I motivate them, right? Like there's already a lot of leading indicators in my stats as well. Like I'm having less returning. I'm having like the new viewers that I do get, I retain a lot more of them because they see like they're more interested in the process. I'm weeding out all the people who don't give a fuck about the fundamentals, and I'm keeping all the people who understand like the actual progress and the discipline and the delayed gratification. But 10 years from now, everything I draw will already seem very amazing and much more effortless, right? The whole Kim Jong-il approach, like 10, 15 years from now, there will be a point where I'll get a lot more views because people will just be like, how the fuck is he drawing this? And then when you click on my channel, you will see 1,500 plus uploads, right? And then the banner is an art progress channel, demystifying the journey to greatness. And you're gonna be like, oh shit, he has everything playlisted. Oh shit, there's like 300 plus parts for every playlist. Oh shit, like he was just a normal person. And if he can do it, I can do it. Right? It's not about being the next whoopty doopty doo, guys. I'm rating your fucking trash art, like or like, hey guys, today we're gonna like fucking lick our own asshole. Like none of that shit. Where I'm not gonna be the typical YouTube experience ever. It's draw along with me, know that you can achieve everything you want, and anyone can be a great artist. And here is the channel proving it. It's going to prove it once and for all. We're gonna fucking destroy the word talent because I'm gonna have thousands and thousands of hours uploaded being like, oh, yes, look at these thousands of hours of talent, right? So oh, Doa, learn how to speak Arabic. What the fuck? What's up? Love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, it's gonna motivate so many people. It's already motivating. I've noticed that, and this isn't me. Like, my goal isn't to be like I'm the fucking motivator. Like, yeah, look at me, I'm a motivation. But it's just results speak for themselves, right? And it's why I hope that the results are. I just need to have a growth mindset, focus on the effort, focus on the errors, and never fucking give up, and just put as much effort as I can, right? The point of the game is to keep playing. And like if I'm going to have a grand vision, right? If I'm going to have a grand vision, and I'm so delusional and cocky about this, but like if I'm going to have it, it's going to be the fact that the new generation of artists, however many people I affect, will have the positive mindset. And we're going to and for every one person that bitches, like every beginner that bitches about the drawing experience, five people will be like, shut the fuck up, here's this channel. Focus on the effort, focus on the errors, and derive enjoyment from it. That is like the grand vision, right? Which is just proving and constantly proving anybody can draw, and that there are specifically right things to focus on. It's not about being wishy-washy and being like, yeah, just vibe it out, guys. Because a lot of advanced artists do that, right? They're just like, oh, I just do it, guys. Just do what you want, because they forgot the journey. That's why I'm documenting this, to not only document the journey, but to never forget the journey for myself, right? And the things that I say and the things that I preach, right? And the things that I want people to internalize. With that being said, I'm gonna draw another cylinder. Whee! How does he do it? How does he go from being so motivating to completely ignoring everything and going back to drawing? It's a skill in it. It's a skill. But yeah, I mean, I think part of the reason people enjoy my content is because I go into these fucking passionate outbursts. Maybe, right? Oh, Vicky's doing the thing again. Look, he's waving his fingers like this while he's talking, right? But what the fuck? I accidentally inspected element. What the fuck is going on? Okay, that was an accident. But okay, so I think this looks pretty cool. Um, there's a part of me that wants to sort of add values or like add just like kind of blot this out, but I have a really strong feeling that's gonna fuck the drawing. Like I want to, but I have a really strong feeling it's gonna fuck up the drawing. So I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure. I just maybe I want to. I'm just trying to think like what that would do, right? Oh wait, maybe something like this. Actually, no, we'll do yeah, we'll do something like that. What am I saying? There you go. There you go. But yeah, there's my I mean, I talk about this quite often, but that's my whole opinion on what I'm doing with this channel, why I'm doing it, because I don't know any channel on the entire fucking internet that is doing what I'm doing, right? And that's not even me being like I'm so unique and I'm so different. I did this because I found a fucking gap, bro. I did this because I literally found a gap in the market, you could say, right? And I was like, and I didn't even come up with this. Literally last like if you want to thank anybody for what is possibly going to be an archival legacy of the greatest art channel known to mankind. This is not to toot my own horn, but if you want to thank anyone, thank my two best friends, right? They literally were like, "Bro, people love progress channels. Start uploading your progress." And I was like, I don't know." They're like, "Fucking do it." And then that stayed with me. They told me this last summer, right? They told me this last June or some shit, and it stayed with me for like 3 months until December. I finally decided to do it. So if you want to thank anyone, thank Mr. O and Mr. R, right? Mr. Obese and Mr. Retard, which actually applies because Mr. O is chubby and Mr. R is fucked in the head. But okay. Let's see. Should I add anything else here? Like, should I? Maybe just if we, yeah, maybe if we just copy that. Oh, I already fucked up the perspective, but this is the power of ignoring my fuck ups. Oh, see, like that. This is what I mean. Like this line is so bad, right? Like that's too thick. That's not what I was going for. Therefore, it's a bad line. Because why? Because I struggle with this. I struggle with this perspective quite a bit. There you go. It's okay, but it does actually look functional. This literally does look like something is being hoisted up, right? I did get that down relatively. Hopefully, seemingly, who knows? But now we are going to draw the rest of the city, I guess. Right? I have no idea how I want to approach this, to be honest, because I really only thought about this. And this fucking dickhead's still aiming the wrong way. So we have to think about that. Oh damn, it's already 11:30. I guess I'll go for another half hour. This might just be like, yeah, this might just be the drawing for today. But this actually looks pretty decent. If we keep adding shit like screws and stuff, right? Like that, it starts to look a lot more mechanical. Not that there's actually any function related to it, let's be very clear, but it does look a lot more solid, for sure. 5:27 a.m. there. Purple Haze, what are you doing? Wake up, bro, go to sleep. What are you doing? Come on. I appreciate it. I really appreciate like, all my jokes about like, subscribe, give me money. Like I appreciate the commitment or just the enjoyment of my channel, but I would highly, highly prefer that you went to sleep and focused on your rest. Do you plan to do digital art? It's like in like 3 decades or so? I don't know. Like the funny thing is when I first started wanting to learn how to draw back in 2020 when I failed, right? I drew I drew for a week and I gave up, by the way. It's back in 2020. So like I'm not speaking out of my ass when I say I understand the beginner plight, right? But yeah, I drew for a week and I gave up, but I wanted to do digital art back then. I was like super obsessed with wanting to do Procreate and all that shit. But the second I found out about like drawing, when I decided to take fundamentals seriously, 2022 November, right? First is like, okay, like I'll do pen only. And because I just wanted to be a really good draftsman. And then that was solidified when I discovered Kim Jong-il in like 2023. It was so sad. I discovered him after like I started art half a year after he passed, and then I discovered him like a year after he passed. And that's when I found out about him, and I was like, bro, this is the fucking goal. This is what Animorphs needs to have in terms of fidelity. And the rest is history, as they say. So yeah, like I don't believe I'll ever like, do digital. Not that I have anything against it. It's all skills. It's all skills. I just don't think that's something I'm gonna pursue. Like I only have so much time in my life, and I only have so much ability, and I will spend that time chasing. Yeah, I'll spend that time chasing pen and ink draftsmanship, right? But I'm gonna leave this thing. I think this is good. I think this looks okay, right? Like it's a bunch of fucky shit everywhere, but overall, it's okay. I'd like to think, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. Just try to like fill in highlights or whatever the fuck, right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything else that really I want to stand out? Actually, we definitely should add random shadows here, right? Yeah, that's actually very important. If we want to have depth in this crowd, there should be shadows. That much I understand. And I'm actually glad I took the time to think about that because crowds have shadows, right? It's like the doi, but when you're drawing, do you really think about that? I don't think about that clearly because I don't think about shadows right now because I don't have the skills to understand shadows. But at least I know that hey, just kind of put it in pockets where you think people are going to be bunched up a lot, and that might make a difference. That might make a difference. I should have brought my second water bottle because I'm so fucking parched. Jesus Christ. This was a great drawing session. Thank you everybody for sticking along. To be honest, this was, and I'm glad I just got to converse and talk and enjoy everybody's company. Right? Those are the streams I like the best, which is why I genuinely, when nobody pulls up to my streams, it kind of sucks. Like in the beginning, I was like, oh, nobody's watching me, but then after I started having a bit of a community, it's like, oh damn, the regulars are just the people I enjoy talking to. Like I don't get to talk to them or just shoot the shit, draw, talk. I do like talking about art. Again, like I don't have people who draw in my life. I just don't. Right? So and art communities are actually hard to come by because everybody says they want an art friend, but then I don't know. There's almost this like disconnect. I don't know. And the thing is, like, I'm actually very busy in my real life. Like, my schedule is wake up, 2 hours of coding, 1 hour of job applications, or 1 hour of communication practice, right? 2 hours of gymming, 1 hour of drawing, 1 hour of piano, 1 hour of stretching, right? I eat for like roughly an hour and a half because eating takes time, right? And then 8 hours of sleep, right? So that's my day to day. And then weekends is for my girlfriend, right? And for my friends. So it is difficult to go out of my way to make friends or to make art friends. So like I'm not gonna complain and say like, oh, nobody wants to hang out. But this is a great middle ground. This is also the part of I'm just glad I started a YouTube channel. I never expected I'm so much more comfortable talking and shit, right? And like shooting the shit and being myself. Like when I listen to my intro channel video where I'm like, hello, but buddies. Today I'm just I'm so I'm just obviously way quieter version of myself, not fucking around as much. But this is nice. This is like, oh, like I get to be myself. We get to fuck around, talk. People like me. People don't like me. They don't like me. It doesn't matter. Like I got a little community right here. We're a hashtag Biggie family, right? So it's nice. But I wish my city did have, like, actual art club or something. Everything's paid, which is unfortunate. Hmm. How does this look? How does it look? I think I think it looks okay. Yeah, I think it looks okay. There's nothing incredible about it, but I think it's all right. Yeah. I think maybe what could I do? I want to do something here to fix this because this obviously needs a bit of fixing because it's off. But my line work and my skills with this pen are very subpar. So, hmm, fuck. Oh no, he's fucking it up. Wait, no, is he? Maybe it's okay now, right? Yeah, mine is like a town. There's nothing. I only had my girlfriend that drew too. Yeah, see, it's hard. It's fucking hard. Like it's hard to find an art community. And it's hard to find time for new friends. Like I'll be very clear. Like I have a pretty thriving social group in the sense that I have a lot of friends. I have like fucking 11 friends, half from high school, half from middle school, and then like two or three that came on later in life, like Mr. R and my girlfriend. Right? But the point is like it's just difficult. It's difficult when you want to make new friends that share that hobby with you, but also difficult to essentially make time for those new friends, right? I had a friend recently hit me up from back in middle school, grade 8, and he was trying to hang out and shit, and I just never got back. I just never got back because I literally am not capable, and I think I think it'd be more disrespectful to try to pretend like I'd wanna be friends and then never have the time for him than just be like, "Okay, I'm just not gonna respond because I don't have the time." I literally do not want and I can't afford new friends in my life, but it's like, you can't have it all, right? You can't be like, "I want new friends," but then also be like, "Oh, I don't have time for my new friends." So I understand that's contradiction, and perhaps it seems a bit dicky. Maybe I'm just thinking out loud, right? It would be nice to have art friends. It would be nice to have art friends where everybody's on the same schedule and you can no, my pen cap, and then you can just what's it called? Like draw conveniently at the same time, or like you have a scheduled time where you guys join up on Discord online or whatever the fuck, and you just draw and shoot the shit. It would be nice. It would be nice, but we can't have it all, right? Which is why these streams are great. I hope you guys can use these streams just as an outlet to draw, shoot the shit, maybe have me on the background. You chuckle every now and then. You're like, "Oh, Viggy's so funny. I'm glad I like subscribed and sent him money," right? But we can't have it all. Right now, I'm just kind of looking at this drawing. Also, someone from that long ago is basically a stranger. I agree, and the thing is, like, I was really close to him. Like, we had some fun fucking times, and I have very fond memories. And sometimes I have dreams of like school back then and just how fun those times were, right? So there's that part of me that's like, I wouldn't mind. And when he hit me up and we talked, like, I was still very friendly, and I joked around and mentioned all the shit we got up to, and it was very funny. At the same time, it's just like, brother, my life is so different now, and I just don't know if I'm like we're just not the same people anymore either, right? It's just it's what are you gonna do? Just what are you gonna do, right? Not much. But yeah, let's see. What I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of looking at this and I'm trying to see like, is there any spots I want to add some darkness to? I don't know, like add contrast or anything else. Like, is there anything that I want to do to this specifically before I move on? But the thing is, like, it might be a waste because I'm uninformed, right? I don't have the information to make the decision to be like, hey, this should be in shadow. Hey, this should be darker. So it's kind of like a crapshoot based on some half-assed intuition. So it's probably best to just stop. To be honest, it's probably best to just stop and be like, okay, uh, it's hard to tell what's going on, and I just have to accept that. Like, it's hard to tell what's going on, and I have to accept that, right? And that's just how it is. But the other thing is, like, again, like, do I darken this out? Because, like, do I darken this out? Because technically, this should be in shadow, no? So I don't know. And obviously, I do have that little bit of fear of fucking it up, right? I do have that fear of fucking it up, but we might just have to. Honestly, this might be the biggest mistake I'm gonna make with this drawing, but we just have to commit to see where it goes, right? And let's try to respect the ceiling that I made. I love it when the fucking brush pen is full of ink. Look how nicely this flows. Yeah, maybe this was a mistake, but actually I don't think it is. It's starting to look pretty okay. Starting to look pretty okay. But let's see. That's not bad. You know what? It's a decent contrast. I've used that word like I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to contrast, but it is technically a decent contrast, no? I have no idea what I'm doing. But hey, that's pretty decent, I'd like to think. Now we just gotta obviously respect these little bobbleheads, right? Respect the little head. There you are. Okay, that's pretty cute. That actually looks pretty decent now. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty okay. And let's see, what else should I do? Any other final suggestions? Maybe like I think I'm done with this. Oh no, did I stop streaming? Fuck. Am I back? Did it end? Did it end? Oh, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, okay, so swiping off the application does. I accidentally clicked on it. I was trying to swipe it away. She's gonna beat my ass when she finds out later, but till then, say la vie. Welcome back. Yeah, so there was just a little bit of lag, which is fine. That's cool. I'm good with that. Okay, so I've apparently been drawing for 2 hours. Should I just call it here? I feel like maybe I should just call it here. I've apparently been, yeah, it's been 2 hours of drawing, which is pretty good. I think this was pretty good progress. We basically went from just this to we drew all of this, right? Which is honestly for 2 hours, maybe not that good, but I did spend a lot of it talking. And it did end up becoming something afterwards. So, you know, maybe it's not too bad. Uh I guess like I'll just leave it. Like, what do you guys think? This is good. We'll leave it for now. We'll come back next week. Finish it off. Right? I think it should be okay. Yeah, should be fine. Right? But I'm just trying to look at it. Like there's probably a few more things I can do that make this seem better. Like I kind of want to add highlights to like make this dark. But like everything is just kind of jumbled together. Like none of it really makes sense. So I think we can just leave it. Like this is just a lesson to know that things need to be attached better. Or like things need to make more sense. Maybe fuck, that was an accident. Maybe this is like a connection. Right, we'll just make this a connection. Because this just kind of looks like it's on its own, which is dumb. That doesn't really make any sense either. Fuck it, fuck it. We're gonna leave it, right? Let's just. You see how like the pen is bleeding so much now? Look at that, holy shit. Bruh. But that's just a lesson that I need to have better pen control. Of course, it's always a skill issue. No matter what, like literally no matter what, it's always a skill issue, which is actually very reassuring. But let's see. It's whatever. It's whatever. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. But yeah, like obviously line weight and everything is fucked. I think it's good. That's good. Okay, cool. We're gonna call it here then. Thank you, Roxanne, Purple Haze. Who else? Thus learn how to speak Arabic. Right. John was here at one point. So was EUG. Aman. Who else? There was a decent amount of people. Right. It's mostly you guys. Green was here in the beginning. Zoodle Arts pulled up for a little bit. Right. Yeah, good shit. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for pulling up. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope the chats were fun. Drawing was fun. Right? I'll be back probably next week around some time. But with that being said, the outro to this I was gonna be fucked because I'll be like fidgeting with with the camera. Yeah, thank you too, man. Yeah, no problem. I mean, whatever I can do to encourage people to draw. And we're just again, the point of the game is to keep playing. All right, never fucking give up. See you next week. Hopefully I can continue to be consistent. Videos will always be consistent, but streaming, we'll see. But with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money. And now I gotta bye bye. See ya. Yes, see ya. See ya. See ya. Okay, just gotta fucking.